ओम ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्य मध्यमां अस्मदाचार्य पर्यन्तां वंदे गुरुपरंपरां गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुसाक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। ओम सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहि तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहि। ओम शांति शांति शांति। श्री गुरुं परमानंदं वंदे स्वानंद विग्रहं यस्य सन्निध्यमात्रेण चिदानंदायते वपो। In the last class, up to verse number 75, we were discussing that how Bindu and Raja to be joined together, and the description of that how Shukra, which connected to Chandranadi, and Raja is connected to Surya Nadi. And for all this, Aikya Bhavam, bringing them together, Nadi Shodhanam to be done. And of course, when you do Nadi Shodhanam with Mahamudra, because one is ordinary Nadi Suddhi, other one is Nadi Suddhi with Mahamudra and following bandhas. So that brings a different impact altogether. After discussing, now it wants to discuss Uddiyana Bandha. So simple logic is that as this bandha, this technique, this kriya is nothing but technique, okay? So this kriya makes the prana uddayamana, makes the prana to go high. That's why it is called Uddiyana Bandha. And in fact, let us read first 76. Uddyanam kurute yasmad avisrante mahakavam Uddyanam tadeva syat mrityu matanga keshari. Related to this Uddiyana Bandha, we have different context differently talked. But now he says, look, that Uddyanam kurute yasmat. Because this Kriya makes the Vayu move higher. And he says, look, how it is to be done? Very nicely. If you observe, example is Mahakhaga. So Khaga means Kha means Akasha, Ga means Gachati. So Khe Gachati iti Khaga, the one who moves in Akasha, in space. So mainly bird. In fact, sometimes Narasimha is called as a Khaga. One of the name of his Mahakhagaya Namaha. Very nice word for Narsimha. The reason is why? Because when he killed Hiranyakashipu, so he had to suspend in the air, okay? Not on Bhumi, not on earth. It's a very critical situation. So because of that reason, he's called as sometimes not ordinary Khaga, Mahakhaga. So that means a big bird, you can say. So the bird which is big, like Garuda, that family, so they keep flying. And when they keep flying, the wings has to be wide open. And also they take what? Sometimes rest. And unless they take rest, can they fly? It goes, suppose if they keep flying, flying, and flying, what will happen? They will crash. They want to rest all the time, they cannot fly. Now, here, just understand when the bird keeps flying, how keeps the wing open? And when it takes rest, how brings down the wing, brings closer to the body, and very nicely, quietly take rest. In fact, when it takes rest, especially that's why I give the example of big bird. Actually, they don't take rest for the sake of rest. They take rest to charge themselves, to recharge themselves. That's why we say one is supposed to take rest when body needs, not mind needs. One is supposed to go to the bed when body needs. But generally, we go to bed when mind suggests, not even if needs, okay? And interestingly, that's why when we are on the bed, we don't get sleep. Because the mind is active. Whereas when body needs rest, if you go to bed, in few seconds, you are out. That's why we say when body needs or ask for rest, instead of resting, you can change your action. For example, if you are, working in front of computer, a body is tired, fatigued, needs rest, you can go for cooking, at least help wife. Or if you're a woman, work for something. Change. Nothing happens, clean or start working or writing. If nothing works, go out. Because when you change yourself, then what you discover, now mind is no more tired. Because mind has got that capacity. But generally what we do, whenever mind is tired, we try to take rest. And not only we try to take rest, also we sometimes complicate. Some people keep thinking. Instead of changing, they keep thinking. Then they try to take different things to stop thinking or to avoid thinking. It's a simple format. Whenever mind is tired, let me change consciously. I remember, with this I'll stop it. Those days, nowadays also is there or not, I doubt. In that window, especially in IE, Window Explorer, when internet goes off, so there will be one line, one bird will be jumping, okay? So you play with the keyboard. So very nice, okay? In fact, sometimes I used to curse the internet. Because when I have reached some, sometimes I go to 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 1 lakh. Because really, I can go for a long time. And suddenly internet will come. Then that fellow will go away. Then, oh God, just coming back. So when internet goes off, so there is some system, so that mind is engaged and you feel very charged, different. This small example I'm giving, you can see for yourself. That's why you are supposed to fix the priority. And after fixing the priority, then other things should support your prior goal. But generally, what common people do, they get more tired. They don't have any goal. Then stumble upon some goal and they make as a prior goal. And other things supports or do not support. Then it is a big chaos. That's why when mind wants a break, you don't have to give the break. Mind wants a change. When mind wants a break, actually it does not need a break, but it needs a change. And once you change, give a change, give some space to the mind, again you need to come back to the same. But the problem is you go for a change, so that change becomes your pattern. Because it is very good, like children. In India, in West, I do not know. In India, it was there, now also is there. So in our time, it was, like some 7th, 8th, 9th class, they used to ask. So what you would be? What is your future? See, that time we did not know what is future, okay? 8th, 9th, 10th. But they will ask. So what you will see? Whatever mind comes. I want to doctor, engineer, this, that, whatever. Because whatever exposure. We had 2, 3 exposures. One is doctor, engineer, okay? We did not know what is pilot, what is chartered accountant, this, that. Nothing we knew. Unless somebody has come from that sort of background. Because that much we were exposed. And today the fellow will say, doctor, next day engineer. Third day, don't ask. Nowadays, school encourages, every day they will come what they want to become in future with a dress. So that they have some fun, okay? So you will discover, okay? I have seen some guys also. So children, they love to, suppose if they have got some tooth pain. So they go to dentist. So when they go to dentist, now they understand they have to wait there. What are the things they go through? Now, if the teacher asks, what do you want to become in future? Dentist. Next day, the fellow goes somewhere, flies. So discovers, pilot announces. When pilot comes, being well dressed. Or because of pilot flight is delayed, pilot is the boss. Now you ask the child, what do you want to become? Pilot. You understand the concept, how it moves, how the child mind moves. Now look at yourself. Same thing you do or not. So then what is the difference between a child and a grown-up person? So here I stretched how this Mahakhaga, a great bird, when take rest, not for the rest, but to recharge so that again can fly high. So also this Uddiyana Bandha. So Uddiyana Bandha is as such, you withdraw, you make your prana to synchronize in such a way so that you can take a higher jump, a quantum jump. That's why, how is it? He gives another example. Mrityu Matanga Keshari. So that means how it works is says, look. So Matanga Keshari means very nice example that how elephant and lion. So elephant being big and how lion jumps over elephant and in such a place captures the elephant, even though elephant is huge, but elephant cannot do anything, helplessly surrenders to the lion. So the lion knows when to jump, how to jump, and where to jump. It's a beautiful point. Imagine if the lion starts jumping and catches of the hold of the tail of the elephant, what will happen? Or try to catch hold of the trunk. Poor lion will die then and there. You understand? There is no choice. Poor. Even if also some backside, this side, that side, lion will have a tough time. So there is a proper place to jump, where to jump, how to jump, and of course, when to jump. Lion calculates everything and takes care of that part. So even though elephant is so big, becomes helpless. So also my prana and this Uddiyana Bandha. Uddiyana Bandha works like lion. It knows how to arrest, how to keep under control my entire prana. And it says, look, how, what is this place location? Now let us look at. Udarat Paschime Bhage Adho Navi Nave Nigachadye Nigadyate Nave Nigadyate Uddiyano Hyayam Bandha Tava Bandho Nigadyate. He says, look, Udarat Paschime Bhage. If you look at your stomach, so from that, need to look back. So the abdomen, lower abdomen. So behind that. And okay, this udara is very big. Sometimes udara people have got up to, here. So that portable TV. So which udara you mean? Which portion of udara? Okay. He says, no problem. He says, look, adha, nabhe, adha. So below navel region. So that means above navel, if this fellow is bulging, so it is not healthy unless you are in Ethiopia, Somalia. Because I think in Ethiopia, Somalia, people are considered handsome, beautiful, men handsome, women beautiful. If they are fat, and especially men have tope, portable TV. But don't worry, many places also nowadays, okay? Somebody said very nicely. What is the difference between poor person and rich person? Someone says there is no difference. Why? Because both of them run. Why and how? Look simple. A poor person runs for food. and a rich person runs to digest the food. So then what is the difference between both? However, he says just below navel region, means let us say low abdomen. Uddiyana hi ayam bandha, tava bandhan igadyate. So there, this is the location of Uddiyana bandha. So why that is most important aspect? Also little bit we can think of. Because we have discussed that is the adhara of Sodasa adhara place. And there, everything is there. And that's why that location becomes important. In fact, in Yoga Tattva Upanishad highlights, Bandha ena susupnayam pranaha tu uddiyate yataha uddiyanakshahi bandhoyam yogihi samudahkrutaha. So by holding on to, by practicing this, so prana keeps uplifting itself through sushumna. And because prana gets uplifted, that's why this is called Uddiyana Bandha. That's why we say very carefully, especially if you have any fear, any panic attack, not able to face uncertainties, challenges, better practice Uddiyana Bandha. And of course, in empty stomach, okay? After having food, don't do this. Because without food also, your stomach will not go back, okay? Maybe it will come front further, okay? That's why we say, if you want to do Uddiyana Bandha, fast 2-3 days. Then you will see the impact. So that at least reduce a little bit, fat underneath. Then it will work better. But anyway, it is up to you to do or not to do. Then comes, okay, if this Uddiyana Bandha is important, then why to do Jalandhara Bandha? He says, Jalandhara Bandha is something to be done because where you learn to lock your breathing, number one. Number two, you don't allow the nectar that is in Shirodesham on the head not to fall down. Because once the nectar starts falling down from throat, little down from throat region, it will go to gut fat, digestive fat. And once it goes to digestive fat, it is exactly, we use this concept, very nice concept we use those days. No, it is exactly like those days they used to make ghee. Any one of you have seen or not, I don't know. So they used to keep a earthen pot. In that ghee pot, there will be a hole. And that hole will be somewhere in between. Little, around 70% up. The nice hole, there is a design, very nice. In fact, as long as the ghee is solidified, that long, the ghee will not spill. Whereas once this ghee comes in contact of fire, then it starts melting. Then what happens? Now that ghee will come out through that hole. It's an amazing concept. And generally, that hole is being kept, was kept. Through that, they will pour or give to anything, anywhere. Because we don't put the spoon inside the ghee. Was not allowed, not allowed. A lot of rules were there. Now everything is vanished. We don't use hand anywhere. That's why in Tamil Nadu they follow this concept, they put actually all this concept. Means this is pure, this is impure. Though context wise, I can bring it out for all of you, those who are known and those who do not know. I went out of my track today. See, we divide because many people do not know, they just do not show off or logically or traditionally or culturally follow. And especially I notice many people, they do not know. For all of you, like, if you are following this Patta HL, this pure impure concept, you should also follow in any aspect, especially in your bathroom. That is most important thing, which we'll talk some other time. So the concept related to food, let me start. So with this, I think we'll stop it. In Tamil Nadu, generally, everywhere it is there, but Tamil Nadu, especially to show off, they do it more. This is what my observation. I may be wrong, with due respect to all you guys. And especially, கொஞ்சம் wait பண்ணா பருப்பு okay, because when you are about to start, they will say, please wait, lentil is coming, okay. Then finally, do you know what is the lentil? Not even if 1 spoon, okay. And you know better sambar, you have to search for, okay, where is Vendakai, where is Mulangi, and all old ones, okay. Even if you give to the animal, will not eat. Please, today don't provoke me, okay. I can talk much more. So coming back. So there are rules. The rule number 1 is, we consider, if you observe, the number 1 pure comes ghee, yogurt. So remember, ghee, yogurt, milk product is number 1 pure. But in the same ghee or milk, whatever, if rice is added, it will come down. So the rule is, then after this ghee, we take the pickle also in the same level, provided if the pickle is not cooked. Because as per the rule, pickle is supposed to be created under the sun. If it is being heated, that is not considered as pure. Be very clear. It has to be Surya Paka, no Agni Paka. And then we add water and fire together. Any food, these 3, Jala Tattvam, Agni Tattvam, and Prithvi Tattvam. Let us say rice. So that will come under next. And the last one would be, if there is food, like cooked food with salt. Once salt is added, that becomes last grade. That's why when we serve, you might have noticed, by serving rice without washing the hand, you can serve lentil, means sambar, rasam, or any other vegetable. Whereas once you serve any vegetable, you are supposed to wash hand to serve the rice. If you have served rice, you have to wash your hand to serve yogurt. Whereas after serving yogurt, you can directly serve rice, no problem, without washing the hand. Pure things can be served first, impure can come later on without washing hand. But whereas impure things being served first, to serve the pure, you have to wash your hand. Not bringing both the things together, okay? And with the same spoon to show off, okay? That is not allowed. So this is being made, this is purity and impurity concept, to make sure that your energy also is equally maintained. It is not to show up. As I told earlier, especially in Tamil Nadu, more they show up rather they follow. And that's why disaster, generation degradation. And when you start following it, that's why one is supposed to follow also same thing in the bathroom quickly. If you are going for shaucham means using bathroom. I would like to highlight with all of you. If you are going for Lagushanka, one, Panchasnanam is must. Both the feet, both the legs, and face, and some water has to be in your mouth and bring it out. Must. Panchasnanam is must when you go for Lagushanka. Whereas if there is Guru Shanka, two, remember the dress that you put, you are not supposed to reuse that dress. Not allowed. And minimum thing is you are supposed to take bath up to your navel region. If you can take up to this, fantastic, or else at least up to navel region, you are supposed to take bath. There is no choice. If you want to maintain your prana. If you don't want to maintain prana, you want to do, without doing all these things, you want to do Udiyana Bandha, God can help you. You understand? If you don't follow any rules and regulations, but you want to do, no, let me do this bandha, that bandha. Good. Really, I cannot help you. Only God can help you. Okay? Thank you very much. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnaha Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you all of you.